And now, please welcome to the stage Shakespeare by the Sea's founder and producing artistic director, Lisa Coffey.
Hi guys, hello. Thank you for coming to see us here in Rossmore. I totally appreciate it. So all of you know that it's my 25th anniversary season, yes? I'm so happy to be back on tour, I can't even tell you. So I do want to thank the Rossmore Community Services District for coming, and we have Joe Mendoza, one of the board members, president of the board. Woo! Not sure what position you keep. Your third job, you need to retire again. Up on stage, here we go.
Good evening. Welcome to Rossmore. I'm the general manager here, and I just want to make an announcement about August 13th, our last family festival that'll be here at Rossmore Park from about 2 to 9. You're welcome to come out. And I just want to thank Lisa for bringing the arts to Rossmore. I don't know how many years we've done this.
Oh, this is like 10, 11?
10 or 11 years. And I know we have a kind of a bittersweet announcement. Lisa's retiring, so let's give her a big boo. But there is a succession plan, and we hope to continue this. So have a great evening, and I'll give it back to Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe. All right, so yeah, everyone, I am retiring at the end of this season. This is my farewell tour. For those of you that don't know, this started as my thesis project 25 years ago. Most people thought I was going to fail I decided to do Shakespeare in San Pedro, a port town in a park at night. Unheard of, right? I was going to fail. Well, it did not fail. That one year, over 3,000 people came out to see Shakespeare by the Sea. So, yeah, it was awesome. So we have also tallied, normally I have Stephanie up with me, that lets you know that over the course of this 25 years, over 350,000 people have come out to see a Shakespeare by the Sea. So, thank you. I would have never thought that it would have done that, and it's heartwarming and heartbreaking to be leaving. But I do have a succession plan, of course. So I'm confident that the two women that are going to be taking over for me, see, it takes two women to take over for me. But I'm confident that they will be able to keep it going. So with that said, all right. So guys, it's going to get a little chilly out here tonight, and if you are chilly, and even if you're not, I do encourage you to go over to our merchandise booth and pick up some new swag. You haven't seen this swag or any of our swag in 2 years, so go get some. I've seen some of your sweatshirts. You need new ones. I know I needed new shirts. I go, oh, look how white this new one is, and then I put on an old one and go, oh yeah, I need some new ones. It's not so white anymore, right? So go visit our swag. You can also go over to the concessions area. We have things that are salty, sweet, hot chocolate, hot coffee, of course, and things that cold drinks. All right, so you know that Shakespeare by the Sea, keeping it admission free, is very, very difficult. We write a lot of grants. I write a lot of grants. So I got a big grant last year, $100,000, which was the biggest grant I ever got for coming back from COVID last year, which was awesome. So guys, you still are the ones that are truly the ones that make the magic happen. So grants pay for a portion of our costs, but the rest of the money is raised from what we make here at the show. So buy some merchandise, buy some raffle tickets, put some money in the ducket buckets, hand me $1 million. All of that works. All of it works. And of course, we take all sorts of payment, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. We're on everything this year. So however you would like to contribute, we'd be happy to take it off your hands and put it to good use, paying for the show. All right, I think that's enough of me. And enjoy this evening's performance of Much Ado About Nothing, directed by Amanda McRaven. It's going to be unhinged. And we're filming. Thank you, Los Al TV, for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, see you at the end.
about 3 leagues off when I left him.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort.
Oh, my cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For I did promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. And it is all the wealth he hath left. Oh, who is his new companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
I take it, lady, the gentleman is not in your books?
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his new companion?
Oh, he is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord! He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. Oh, Lord, help the noble Claudio! If he hath caught the Benedict, it'll cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I will hold company with you, lady.
Oh, do, good friend.
Don Pedro is approached!
The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Oh, never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable mother.
If Senora Leonata be her mother, she would not have her head on her shoulders, for all of Messina is like her as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Oh, should disdain die when it has such meat food to feed on as Signor Benedict?
But I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted.
Oh.
And I would I could find it in my heart, had I not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would have else been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood that I am of your humor for that. I had rather my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestined and scratched
Oh,
face.
scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare para-teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuer, but keep your way. In God's name I have done.
Oh. You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonata. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonata hath invited you all. I tell her we shall stay at the least a month.
Let me bid you welcome. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Pleases your grace, lead on.
Oh, your hand, Leonata. We will go together.
Benedict! Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signora Leonata?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you ask me as an honest man should for my simple true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why? In faith, methinks she is too low for a high praise, too little for a great praise. The only commendation I could afford her is, were she other than as she is, she were unhandsome, But being no other than as she is, I do not like her.
How thinkst I am in sport, I pray thee? Tell me truly how thou likest of her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her thus?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yeah, and a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow?
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that e'er I looked on.
I see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and were she not possessed with a fury exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last in December. But I hope you have no intention to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, and I had been sworn the contrary. If Hero would be my wife,
It's come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again?
what secret hath held you here that you follow not to Leonata's?
He is in love.
What?
With who now? That is your grace's part. Mark you how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonata's short daughter.
If this were so, then so were it uttered. Oh, man! If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy. Faith, Lord, you speak this to fetch me in. Oh, by my troth, I speak my thought. And in faith, my Lord, I spoke mine.
And in my 2 faiths and troths, my lord, I spoke mine.
But I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know. That I neither know how she should be loved, nor feel how she should be worthy, is the opinion fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast the ever obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty, and never could maintain his part, yet by the force of his will.
Oh, that a woman conceived me. I thank her. That she brought me up. I likewise give her most humble thanks, but that I will hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. Because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any, and I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is for which I may go the finer. I will live a bachelor.
Well, if thou shalt do this, that will prove a notable argument.
You may see me with anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love. Prove that ever I lose more blood with love than I will gain again with drinking. Pluck out mine eyes with a ballad maker's pen, and hang me at the door of a brothel house for the sign of blind Cupid.
Well, if thou dost prove them above a noble argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me.
Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck out the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here is good horse to hire, let them signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict, the married man. Man.
My liege, your honor now may do me good. I have a design to teach. Hath Signora Leonata any sons? Oh, no child but Hero. She is her only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio? Oh, my lord. When you went onward on this ended action, I looked on her with a soldier's eye that liked, but had a rougher task at hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I am returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant, in their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to wars. That would be like a lover presently entire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. And I will break with her and with her mother, and thou shalt have her. How sweetly you do ministers love, you that know love's grief by his complexion. I know we shall have reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio. Yeah, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then, after to her mother will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. Yes! In practice, let us put it presently.
are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore the sadness is without limit. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible you should take true root, but by the fair weather you make yourself. It is needful you frame the season for your own harvest.
Yeah, I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love of any. In this, it cannot be said I am a flattering, honest man. It cannot be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be as I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only.
I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Mary.
What's he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? Oh, the most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
Oh, and who? And who? Which way looks he?
Mary on Hero, the daughter of Leonata.
Oh, how came you to this?
I heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You're both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
With a good leg and a good foot, Auntie, and money enough in his purse, why, such a man could win any woman in the world if could get her goodwill.
Oh, by my troth, niece, I will never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed. Oh, too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way. Just, if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am on my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. Ooh, I'd rather lie in the woolen.
Well, you may light on a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting maid? No! He that hath a beard is more than a youth. And he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me. And he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore I shall lead his apes into hell.
Oh, well then go you into hell.
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil greet me and say, get thee to heaven, Beatrice! Get thee to heaven! Here's no place for you, maids! And so away to St. Peter and the heavens, and he shows me where the bachelors sit. And there we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, daughter, I trust you will be ruled by your mother.
Yes, Faith. It is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say mother, as it please you. And yet for all that, cousin, make him a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say mother, as it please me.
Oh, my troth, niece.
And Hero, if you are not wooed in good time, it will be the fault of the music. You should tell him there is measure to everything. And so dance out the answer. For hear me, Hero. Wooing, wedding, and repenting
is as a Scotch jig, a measure, and a sink pace.
The first suit.
Ooh, hot and hasty, like a Scotch jig, and full as fantastical.
The wedding.
Mannerly, modest, as a measure, full of state and ancientry.
And then comes repentance. And with his bad legs, falls into the syncopace, faster and faster until he sink into his grave.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
Oh, I have a good eye, Auntie. I can see a church by daylight.
Oh, the regulars are entering.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company.
I may say so when I please.
And when please you to say so.
Oh, when I like your favor, for God defend the loot should be like the case.
My visor is Philemon's room. Within the house is Job.
Why then your visor shall be thatched.
Speak low if you speak low.
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God match me with a good dancer. Woo!
Amen.
I know you well enough. You are Master Conman.
Not a word, I am not.
Oh, I know you by the waggling of your head.
To tell you true,
Whoa!
I counterfeit.
Come, come. Do you think I not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to mum, you are he.
And you'll not tell me who told you so.
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are.
Not now.
And I was disdainful. That I got my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Why, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
Oh, I'm sure you know him well enough.
I pray you, what is he?
He is the prince's jester.
A very dull fool.
When I know the gentleman, I shall tell him what you say.
Oh, do. He'll look break a comparison or two on me, which not being laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. Woo! We must follow the leaders.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Senor Benedict? Is it?
You know me well. I am he.
Senor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on a hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
Oh, I heard him swear his affection.
And so did I too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all things, save in the offers and affairs of love. Oh. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio!
Yea, the same.
The prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy who stole your meat and you would beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Oh, ho, ho! Poor hurt fowl. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. The prince is fool! I am not so reputed! It is the base, so bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out. Well, I shall be revenged as I may.
How now, senor? Where's the count? Did you see him?
Oh, troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren.
What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he steals it.
Wilt thou make a trust to transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
You, whose I take it have stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
Oh.
The lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you, The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
She misused me! Past the endurance of a block! She said, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there'd be no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. Come, talk not of her. For certain, while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary. People sin upon purpose, or they would go thither. Or indeed, all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follow her.
Look, here she comes.
My lord, will you now command me any service to the world's end? I will go now on the slightest errand to the Antipodes that your grace can devise to send me on, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy.
Jesus.
Have you no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, God! I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, I lent it him a while, and he gave me good use for it. A double heart for his single one. Mary, he won it once off me before, and therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
Oh, I have brought Count Claudio, who you sent me to seek.
Ah, how no count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil. Civil as an orange and something of that jealous complexion.
Ah. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broke with her mother and her goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Oh, Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace has made the match, and all grace say amen to it.
Amen!
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give myself to you.
Speak, cousin. Or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and so he may not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Oh, yea, I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin whispers in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord, for an alliance! Oh. Suppose everyone to the world but I. And I am sunburnt! I may sit in a corner and cry, hi-ho, for a husband!
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather one of your fathers get it. Have your grace ne'er a brother like you?
Will you have me, lady?
Oh, unless I may have another for working days. For your grace is far too costly to wear every day. Oh! I beg your grace's pardon. I was made to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. And to be merry best becomes you, for out of question you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth, a pleasant spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord, my lord. If they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you to go to church? Tomorrow, Lord? Time stands on crutches till love have all his rights.
And not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence just a second night and a time too brief for me to answer all things my mind.
The time shall not go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. The one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not, but to fashion it. If you three were to minister such assistance as I shall give you direction. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods!
Oh, it is so! The Count Claudio must marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, my lord, but I could cross it.
I am sick in displeasure with him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. Tell me, how canst thou cross this marriage?
I believe it was a year since that I told you how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of this lies in you to temper. Go you to the king your brother. Tell him he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation you do mightily hold up, to a contaminated scab such as Hero.
What proof shall I make of this?
Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them you know Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal, as in the love of your brother's honor that you have discovered thus. They will scarcely believe without trials. So offer them instances to see me at Hero's window, hear me call Margaret Hero, and do this the very night before the intended wedding. There shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that all the preparation is overthrown.
Be cunning in the work of this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats?
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I will presently go learn their day of marriage.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing as how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife. Now had he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would have walked 10 mile afoot to see a good armor. Now will he lie 10 nights away carving the fashions of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and a soldier. Now is he turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet. Just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted to see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it. Till he hath made an oyster of me, he will never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, but I am well. But until all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that is certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Good discourse, an excellent musician. And her hair shall be what color it please God. Here comes the prince, and Monsieur Love, I will hide me.
Sigh no more, ladies.
Sigh no more. Men were deceivers, ever one foot in sea and one on shore. To one thing constant, never. Then sigh not so, but let them go and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny nonny. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sigh not so, but let them go and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny nonny. Sing no more ditties, sing no more of dumb so dull and heavy the fraud of men was ever so since summer first was leafy.
Come hither, Leonarda! What was it you told me of today? That the Lady Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict? Oh, I... Stock on, the fowl sits. I had never thought that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behavior ever seemed to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner.
I know not what to make of it, my lord, but that she loves him with an enraged affection.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit, eh? Like enough.
Counterfeit? No, never has there been counterfeit of passion so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Oh, why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? Well, you heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed. How? How, pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, especially against Benedict.
Ah.
I should think this a gull, but then that Leonarda speaks it. Neighbor cannot sure hide itself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Hold it up. Oh, hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
Down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, tears her hair, beats her heart, curses, prays. Oh, sweet Benedict, God grant me patience.
Oh, she doth indeed. My daughter says it so. She says that the ecstasy hath so overborne her that my daughter is sometimes afeard she will do herself a desperate outrage.
Oh, I would she bestowed this dotage on me. I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I tell you, pray tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
Were it good, thank you.
A hero thinks truly she will die, for she says she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her rather than she will bait one breath of her accustomed crossness. She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it, for the man, as you all know, hath a contemptible spirit.
What? Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we'll further hear of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is so unworthy, so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never again trust my expectation. Let us send her to call him to dinner.
This can be no trick! The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why? It must be requited. I hear how I am censored. They say, I will bear myself proudly should I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, she will rather die than show any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they who hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth, I can bear them witness. And virtuous! 'Tis so, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my troth, that is no addition to her wit, nor great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her! I may chance have some odd quarks, and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth, he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences in these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes the Lady Beatrice. By this day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am bid to send you coming to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, just as much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, senor. Ah, fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner? There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that is as much to say, any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not love her, I am a villain. I will go and get her picture.
Shine not so, but let them go and leave you light and harmony. Come birds with all your sounds of woe into hey nani nani nani.
Ooh, but are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice
betrothed lord.
Oh, but did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Oh, why did you so?
No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock. Nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn right sparkling in her eyes.
Sure, I think so. Therefore, certainly we're not good. She knew his love, lest make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man. How wise, how noble, how young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backward. If fair-faced, she would swear the gentleman shall be her sister. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If speaking, why, a vein blown with all winds. If silent, why, a block moved by none. So turned she, every man, the wrong side out.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. 'Twere a better death than die with mocks.
Yet, tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather, I will go to Benedict and wish him fight against his passion.
She cannot be so much without true judgment as to refuse such a rare gentleman as Signor Benedict. For shape, forbearing argument, and valor goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
She is limed, I warned you.
We have caught her, madam.
Oh, if proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some Cupid kills with arrows, and some with traps. Silent soul.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell. And maiden pride, adieu, no glory lives on the backs of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand, if thou dost love. My kindness will incite thee to bind our loves in holy band.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I, methinks you were sadder.
I hope he be in love. Oh, hang him, truant. There's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
What? Sigh for the toothache.
Where's but a humor or a word?
Well, anyone can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love. Have any man seen him at the barber's?
Ah, yes, he looks younger than he did.
Nay, he rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that?
Why, that's as much as to say, the sweet youth's in love!
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he wont to wash his face?
Oh, indeed, indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, yet I know who loves him.
I warrant one who knows him not.
Yet this is no charm for the toothache. Good Signora, walk along with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words which these hobby horses must not hear.
By my soul, to break with her about Beatrice!
savior.
Whitten, brother,
If leisure served, I would speak with you.
in private?
Yea, if it please you, yet the Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If you know of any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let it appear hereafter and aim better of me, by that I now will manifest. For my brother, I believe he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath helped to effect your ensuing marriage, surely suit ill spent, and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you. The lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she. The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. Go but wonder not, till further warned. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered, even the day before her wedding.
Disloyal. May this be true? I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know. If you will but go with me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly. O plague right well prevented, so shall you say when you have seen the sequel.
Are you good men and true?
Yea! Otherwise it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
Well, for your favor, sir, you are thought to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern.
Lantern, come on, grab it up.
This is your charge.
Yep.
You are to comprehend all fragrant men. You are to bid them stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Well, make no note of it, but let them go. Presently call forth the rest of your watch together, and thank God you are rid of an knave.
He that will not stand in the prince's name is none of the prince's subjects.
Ah, true, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets. For the watch to talk and to babble is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We will rather sleep than talk. You know what belongs to a watch?
Why, you speak like an ancient and most quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Rascal. If you do meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kinds of men, the less you meddle or make with them, when the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, the most peaceable way, if you do meet a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and let him steal out of your company.
Ah, you have always been called a merciful man, partner.
This is the end of your watch. Neighbors, good night. And there be any matter of weight, conscience, call up me. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night.
One word more. Honest neighbors, I pray you watch about Signora Leonata's door. For there being a wedding tomorrow, there shall be great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you!
Hey, peace! Stir not!
Oh, well, Matt's in my elbow. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will owe thee an answer for that, and now forward with thy tale.
Oh. Okay, stand thee close then under this penthouse, for it drizzles rain, and I shall, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, yet stir not.
Know that tonight I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats!
Is it possible any such villainy should be so dear?
I should rather ask you were possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I know that villain. He has been a vile thief this 7 years. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name. Yeah.
Did thou not hear someone? No.
'Twas the vein on the house.
Know that tonight I have wooed Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero. She leans me out of her mistress's chamber window and bids me 1,000 times, good night! Wait, no, I tell this tale violently. I should first tell thee how the prince and Claudio and the devil my master saw afar off in the orchard this lusty encounter.
And thought they, Margaret, was Hero?
2 of them did. The prince and Claudia, but the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret. Partly by the dark night wished to deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy. Away went Claudio, enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed next morning in the church.
Bring forth the Red Master, Constable. We have caught the most dangerous piece of lechery in the Commonwealth.
Speak! We taught you to let us obey you to go with us! Now, come on, get him! Go!
We will now take a short intermission. Our volunteers are coming back around to sell more raffle tickets. Please also take a moment to fill out your surveys and return them. Visit our concessions area or purchase this season's t-shirt or sweatshirts.
fashion and faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that they praised, so.
That exceeds, they say.
Oh, for a fine, quick, excellent, and rare fashion, yours is worth 10 on't.
Oh, God, give me the joy to wear it, for my heart is exceeding heavy.
Twill be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Fie! Henri! Oh, good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Oh, why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I am out of all other tune, methinks. 'Tis nearly 5 o'clock, cousin. It's time you are ready. Achoo! Oh, I am exceeding ill. Hi-ho!
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband.
For the letter that begins them all.
Hate! Then, God send everyone their heart's desires.
Oh, the Count sent me an excellent perfume.
Woo!
I'm stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maid and stuffed. There's goodly catching of a cold.
Oh, God help me. God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Ever since you left it. Doth not my wit become me rarely?
No, it is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my troth, I am exceeding ill.
Get yourself some of this Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
Benedict.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedict. Benedictus! You have some moral in this Benedictus.
Moral? No. By my troth, I have no moral meaning. You may think perchance that I think you are in love. Nay, I cannot think, if I would think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or can be in love, or will be in love. Yet, Benedict was such another. He swore he would never marry, and yet, despite his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. How you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
Pace is this that your tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Oh, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Venezia. Oh, the prince and the rest of the gallants will soon be here to fetch you to church.
Oh, help to dress me, good cuz. Good Meg. Good Ursula.
Recount their particular duties afterward.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No.
To be married to her, sister, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
I dare make his answer none.
Stand thee by, sister. Mother, by your leave, do you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
There, Leonata, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness and not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you have in your own proof vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity.
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you will say, she did embrace me as a husband and thus extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonata, I never tempted her with word too large, but like a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you, sir?
Out on thee, seeming, I will write to it you seemed to me as Diane in her orb.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
Oh, what should I say? I stand dishonored to have gone about to link my dear friend with a common stale.
Oh, are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Ma'am, these things are spoken, and these things are true, okay?
This looks not like a nuptial.
True! Oh, God!
Let me put one question to your daughter. Bid her answer truly.
Well, I charge thee do so as thou art my child.
Oh, God defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry, that can Hero. Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man was he? Talked with you out at your balcony yesternight betwixt 12 and 1. Now, if thou art a maid, answer to this.
I spoke with no man at that hour, my lord!
Why, then you are no maiden. Leonora, I am sorry you must hear, but myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her. Hear her at that hour talk with a ruffian outside her chamber window who, like a most liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoken. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero! What a hero hadst thou been, but fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou the pure impiety and impious purity. For thee, I will lock up all the gates of love, and on my eyelids shall conjecture hang, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm. And never shall it more be gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Hero, we're putting you down!
Come, let's away these things thus come to light. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think! Auntie! Senior Benedict, Sister Francis, help!
Have comfort, lady.
Wherefore? How doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Can she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero! Do not ope thine eyes! For if I thought that thou wouldst live, thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shame myself would on the rearward of reproaches strike at thy heart. Grieved I had but one. Chide I for that in frugal nature's frame, one too much by thee, why had I won? Why wast thou ever lovely in my eyes? Took up a beggar's issue at my gates, who smirched and mired thus in infamy, I might have said, no part of this is mine, but mine. And mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine I was so proud on, and mine so much so that I to myself have not been mine, valuing of her so, and oh, she has fallen into a pit of ink, and there are drops too few in the wide sea to wash it clean again, and with salt too little that may season give to her foul tainted flesh.
Madam, be patient. For mine own part, I am so attired and wonder I know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Madam, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. But this past year until last night I have been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudia lie?
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames and angel whiteness beat away those blushes. And in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my readings, nor my observations, which with experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my place, my calling, reverence, nor divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error. Lady, what man is he you're accused of?
Oh, they know. That do accuse me, I know none. If I know more of any man alive than maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my mother, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any such creature. Refuse me. Hate me. Torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor. And if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirit toils in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they wrong her, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the prince is left for dead. Let her while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What good will this do? What will become of this?
She dying, upon the instant she was accused, as it must so be maintained, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. For it so falls out that what we have we prize not to the worth whiles we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why then we rack the value. Then we find the virtue that possession would not show us while it was ours. So shall it fare with Claudio. When he hears that she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life into the eye and prospect of his soul than when she lived indeed. Oh, then shall he mourn, and wish he had not so accused her.
Signora Leonata, let the sister advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine can bleed me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is but perhaps prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Surely I believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It's a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you! Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not, I could easily say I love nothing so much as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not, I confess nothing. Nor do I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Oh, do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Do not eat your word.
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest I love thee.
My God, forgive me!
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
Oh, you have saved me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I love thee.
Then do it with all my heart.
I love thee with so much of my heart there is nothing left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
Kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Terry,
No, I am gone, though I am here. There is no
Beatrice!
love in you, and I pray thee, let me go!
We will be friends first!
Ye shall be friends with me that fight mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! Would take them in hands till they come to take hands, and then, with public accusation, unmitigated rancor, uncovered slander, oh God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace!
Hear me, Beatrice!
And counties. Surely, a princely testimony, a goodly count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake! Or that any friend would be a man for mine! But manhood is melted into courtesy, valor into compliment, and men are only turned by their tongues. I cannot be a man with wishing I will die, a woman with grieving.
By this hand, Beatrice, I love thee!
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it!
Think you in your soul that Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough! I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will take your hand. And so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account.
Thank you.
As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
To examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary, let them come before me.
Bring them.
What is your name, friend?
Gotcha.
Barry, write down Ratio. Yours, Sirach.
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Oh, gentleman. He's a gentleman.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Write down, they hope they serve God. Masters, it has been proved already that you are a little better than false knaves.
Yep.
How answer you for yourselves?
We both say we are none.
Well, stand aside. Have you written down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Mary, that is the daftest way.
Come on.
Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said that Don John, the prince's son, was a villain.
Master
I
Constable.
pray thee, fellow, peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he have earned of Don John this night 1,000 ducats for falsely accusing the lady Hero.
Flat burglary as ever there was committed.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly, and not marry her.
Thou villain! Thou shalt be condemned to everlasting redemption for this!
What else?
That is all.
Well, thank you. Go.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny.
Yep,
Prince
that's
John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of this, suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonata's. I shall go before and read her their examination.
Yep, bad apple.
Come, bind these men!
Bind them up!
Come,
Away! Get them out! Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
No,
That's
a bad word.
Oh no, he did not! Oh no, he did not! Get him back!
Dost thou not suspect my place?
Huh?
Dost thou not suspect my years?
Huh?
Oh, that she were here to rip me down an ass!
If only.
The masters!
If only.
Remember that I am an ass!
Ass!
So it be not writ down.
Oh.
Forget not that I am an ass!
Ass!
No, villain!
Sit
Thou
down.
art full of piety, and shall be proved upon by good witness!
Oh yeah, good witness. Bring him down.
I am a wise fellow.
Oh, he wise.
And which is
Socrates.
more, an officer.
An officer!
And which is more, a householder.
Householder!
And which is more, as pretty piece of
Oh,
flesh
he's
as any
pretty.
is in
Oh, he's so
Messina.
pretty. Look at him, he's pretty.
And one that knows the law.
Oh, he knows the
Go
law.
to.
Oh, go to, he knows the law.
And a rich fellow enough.
Oh, he rich. Did
Go
we mention?
to.
He rich.
And one that hath 2 gowns.
Two.
And everything handsome about him.
Everything handsome.
Bring them away.
Get him out of here. Woo! Woo!
Oh, that she were here to rip me down an ass.
Ass!
Ass!
Oh no! Oh, you okay? You're doing a good job.
I am a
You're doing such a good job.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to second grief against yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ears, but such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine, and beg her speak of patience. But there is no such woman, therefore give me no counsel.
But bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakst reason, nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince, and all of them that thus dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good den. Good day to you both.
Hear you, my lords.
Here's some haste,
Oh,
Leonata.
Some haste, my lords. Well, fare you well, my lords. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good woman.
Oh, if she could right herself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs her?
Oh, tush, man. Never fleer and jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers framed by thy villainy.
My villainy.
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right.
Oh, my lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Hey, away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so doubt me? Thou hast killed my child.
And she is dead, slandered to death by boys, villains, braggarts, apes, jacks, milksops, scrambling, out-facing, fashion-monging boys!
My heart is sorry for your daughter's death. But upon my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord,
I will not hear you.
No. Come, sister, we shall away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
Oh, see, here comes the man we went to seek. You are come to part almost a fray. We had like to have our noses bit off. We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit? Methinks he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry? What? No, care hath killed the cat. Thou hast metal enough in thee to kill care.
Sir, I will meet your wit in the career, and you charge it against me. I pray you choose another subject.
Oh, by this light, I think he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed. If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
May I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I'll make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
I will meet you that I may have good cheer.
Sir! Your wit ambles well. It goes easily.
I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hast a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. No, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Thus did she an hour together transhape thy particular virtues until at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy. For the which she wept and said she cared not. But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
And under text, here dwells Benedict the married man.
Sir, fare you well. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest, in most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice, and hath challenged thee most sincerely. What a pretty thing man is when he leaves off his wit.
Dead man walking! Dead man walking! Oh, we got a couple of dead men walking! Here they come walking down the street, singing Dead Man Walking! Up, 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 up! Come away, you sir! And you be a cursing hypocrite once, you must be looked to!
Oh no! Two of my brother's men bound, Barocchio one. Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false reports. Secondarily, they have spoken untrue things. Moreover, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Knaves!
David, please.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask what's their offense. Sixth, and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude what you lay to their charge.
Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. Know that I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who, in the night, overheard me confessing to this man that Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady Hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in Hero's garments. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation.
Well, it's not this speech like iron through your blood. I did drink poison while he uttered it, but to my brother set thee on to this.
Yea, and paid him richly for the practice of it.
Come, bear them away. By this time our sexton will have reformed Signor Leonardo of the matter.
And neighbors, do not forget, when the time and place shall serve, remember that I am an S. A-S-S-S-X-E. Ass.
Ready. Yeah, all right, let's... Oh.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave who with thy breath hath killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. I thank thee, princess, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking. By my soul, nor I. And yet to satisfy this good woman, I would bend under any heavy weight that she would enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I beseech you both, possess the people of Messina here how innocent she died.
Tonight, hang an epitaph upon her tomb. Tomorrow morning, come you to the house. And since you could not be her son-in-law, be yet her nephew. Her brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of her child that is dead. Give her the right you should have given her cousin.
And so dies my revenge.
Oh, madam, your overkindness doth wring tears from me.
Tomorrow, then, we shall expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrongdoing, hired to it by your brother.
No, she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me, but always has been just and virtuous.
Moreover, ma'am, though it be not writ in white and black, this fellow, this plaintiff, this offender, he did call me an ass.
Did you hear that?
I pray you, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains. I go, I beseech you. I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
Oh, God, keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I kindly give you leave to depart, but if a merry meeting must be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor, let's go.
Right. You did a good job.
Well, fare you well, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail you. Tonight will I mourn with Hero.
Come, sister. We shall go talk with Margaret, see how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
Good Mistress Margaret, do well at my hand by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
Oh, in so high a fashion that no man living shall come over it. For most comely true thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me. Why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is like the greyhound's mouth, it catches.
And yours as blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret. But I pray you, call Beatrice.
I will call Beatrice to you, whom I think hath legs.
Oh, and therefore will come.
Well done, Senor.
The God that sits above and knows me how pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in loving. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I've tried. I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby. An innocent rhyme for scorn, horn. A hard rhyme for school, fool. A babbling rhyme, very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor can I woo in festival terms.
God of love that sits above and knows me, and knows me. Oh, God of love that sits above and knows me, and knows me, how pitiful I deserve thee, how pitiful I deserve.
Sweet Beatrice, will thou come when I call thee?
Oh, yea, senor, and depart when you tell me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Oh, then is spoken. Fare you well.
And yet,
Ere I leave, let me depart with what I came, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. And thereupon I will kiss thee.
Ah, foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of its right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and shortly I must hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. But, now, I pray thee, tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
Oh, for all of them together, which maintain so politic a state of evil, they will not allow any good part to intermingle with them. Oh, but for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love.
Oh,
For I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Oh, alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which your friend hates.
You and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
How do you?
Very ill, too.
Serve God, love me, and mend.
Meg! You must come with me at once. Yonder's old coil at home. It is said that my lady hero has been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightly have used, and Don John was the author of it all, who is fled and gone. Will you come with me? Presently?
Will you go hear the news?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I will go with these thy arms.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
Sister! I will need to entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Good Signora Leonata, truth it is, good Signora, your niece looks me with an eye of favor, and I do likewise look her with an eye of love.
What's your will?
Oh, my will. My goodwill is your goodwill. Will stand with ours. On this day, to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, for which I shall need your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Oh, here come the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I shall hold my mind. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she.
Give me your hand. Lady, before this holy sister, I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband. One hero died, defiled, but I am alive. And as I do live, I am a maid.
The former hero that is dead.
All this amazement can I qualify when after that the holy rites have been performed, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair sister, which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
What's up? Do not you love me?
No! No more than reason!
Well, then the Prince, Claudio, and your aunt have been deceived. They swore that you did.
Well, do you not love me?
No! No more than reason.
Well, then my cousin, Ursula, and Margaret were much deceived, for they did swear that you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They said that you were well nigh dead for me.
Well, 'tis not the matter. Then you do not love me?
No! But in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it he does. For here is a letter written in his own fashioned to Beatrice.
And here is another to Benedict.
A miracle! Use our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light, I take thee for pity.
I would deny you. But by this day I yield under great persuasion.
And partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Please! I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the merry man?
I tell thee what, Prince. A college of witcrackers cannot flout me out of my humor. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing on the purpose that the world can say against it. Therefore never flout me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. For thine own part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee. But then thou art like to be my kinsman, therefore live unbruised, and love my cousin.
Yeah, thou had denied Beatrice, then I might have cudgeled thee out of thy single life.
Come! We're friends! Let's have a dance ere we are married, that we might lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
Prince, thou art sad!
Get thee a wife! Get thee a wife! Get thee a wife!
Now, Shakespeare by the Sea wouldn't be what it is, and we wouldn't be able to operate without the passion, dedication, and commitment of all of the folks you see here on stage, the Shakespeare by the Sea actors. For like literally 22 hours worth of rehearsal and 6 weeks worth of performances. It is absolutely amazing. They also act as the crew, so they set up and break down this set and fit it inside our little 15-foot Penske every single night. So they are working hard. So we ask that if you enjoyed the performance, in addition to your applause, we would love to see you place some donations inside one of our 2 Ducket Buckets.
Ducket Bucket! Ducket Bucket!
All right, we'll put one here over there too. Other than that, please take some flyers and tell your friends about the always free
Shakespeare by the Sea!
They're here alive!